This is January the 26th. This is Rocky Williams. This is my Hortaqua. This is a closed loop system. It is designed to heat and cool your house, grow your own food in an organic manner. We believe in biodiversity, a lot of different plants and planted at a lot of different times. So you're not having so much at one time, you have a little bit as you need it. You know, it doesn't, that way you're not refrigerating, you're not storing, you're not drying, you're utilizing, you're growing year round, you eat what you grow and eat it fresh when you harvest it. That's the plan. You have to organize your planting schedules and harvesting schedules on a regular basis. This system these are concrete vaults that are raised garden beds with water circulating underneath it from these tanks here, that water features that grow your fish and shrimp and all that kind of stuff. This way this works in here is we have this right here. See this right here? This is duckweed, 26% protein. It's a great fish food. We have filamentous algae growing in here. You see that over in the back kind of floating? That's the filamentous algae. This is, we take it out. It filters the water, the waste from the fish, using up the nitrogen, the ammonia out of the water, and cleans the water up. And then it stores that nutrition in proteins. We pull it out and we dry it like this right here. We dry it. Then when it gets to a certain dry point, we take and crumble it up, and then we feed it back into the system and feed it to the earthworms. Just kind of showing you here what we got. We believe in a living organic system with a lot of biodiversity. And let me show you right here what I'm talking about. This is one of the secrets. Look at this. These earthworms in here. Anywhere I dig in this soil, that's what I get, is these earthworms, because it's and the earthworms break down the organic matter and process the algae and the waste and feed the plants. Most of the water is treated in these water systems. You just see this 3-inch pipe right here. That's the overflow. This valve right here, when we flush the system out, we turn this valve on, and by the water's being circulated, and when we want to flush the system, we just turn it on and it flushes the waste out. When we pull the algae out of these tanks, it holds all the particles, the waste particles, and it releases it in there, and then we pull the algae out and flush the system out. This is designed kind of like you see a lot of aeration going on there. That aeration pulls the water down through a gravel bed and through a chamber in the bottom, and that's part of the treatment process. We have environments there for aerobic bacteria and anaerobic bacteria that process and break the waste down. You'll see we've got, the whole ideal is plant a lot of biodiversity, a lot of variety, and do it in a staggering manner where you harvest your food on a little bit at a time as you need it, and then you eat it. You see, this is winter vegetables right now, a lot of winter vegetables right now. I just got through planting some tomatoes over there in the back, and starting on the spring stuff. This is January the 26th. These are vertical panels, and what I do is a lot of times in the summertime we have a lot of vining squash, tomatoes, cucumbers, all kinds of vining stuff that we take and grow over here, and it grows up over the walkway. Grows up over the walkway, and they come back down. This whole thing's filled full of greenery in the summertime, and we open these vents that are all on the downside, the bottom of the wall there, and then we open the vents, up here at the top. They go all the way across. In the summertime, what happens is the heat is then vented straight out, vented up and straight out, and then that way it filters the heat is being drawn out, and all the plant life then absorbs all the energy. Down underneath this walkway, it's like 70, 75 degrees when it's 105 degrees outside. And we pull the heat from the top from the top part of the house out and pull in the cool air from the bottom. And that's how we use this Hortaqua to heat and cool your house. And of course, in the wintertime, like it is right now, it's sun shining, it's nice and warm. Right now it's about 70 degrees in here, and we open the doors and windows and circulate that heat during the day, and it evens the temperature out in the Hortaqua and in the house, and it's real nice. And then in the evening, we close the windows up. It retains that heat that's been drawn in there through the day. We've had several cold nights, 18 degrees, and hadn't lost a single plant. There's no heat in here. My water temperature is at 50 degrees right now, which is a little too cool for tilapia. Catfish, they hibernate at this temperature, and I would like to bring my temperature up a little bit. So I have put in, this, a thermal mass heater. And the way this thermal mass heater works, it's a downdraft furnace. And come back over here, show you we're doing a 5,000 gallon raceway with planting beds all the way around it. And this is where we'll do a grow out for our fish. Okay, get back on this heater system. You stack the wood up in the top of this here vertically. The firebox is at the bottom. It burns off the bottom of the wood. It doesn't set your whole wood deal on fire. You're drawing air down from the bottom down. Then your fire goes horizontally. Show you this pipe right here. I'm just now building this, so I've just got it barely put together. I ain't got it welded up yet. But your fire goes horizontally up into this other chamber right here. And then this inside this hooks to another 6-inch pipe. I'll show you right here if you can see that. See that 6-inch pipe right here? All right. It goes up, the fire comes up here, goes back down, and vents out this hole right here that's going to go over and be connected to that 6-inch right over there and underneath the gravel walkway. This 3-inch right here is part of the circulation system for the water underneath the planting beds and overflow from the fish tanks. And so that when that gravel heats up, it'll absorb the heat out of the gravel and heat up the water and do that. I don't need to raise the temperature up but about 15 degrees, and but I've got probably, I imagine I've got close to 10,000 gallons of water in here that I'm going to have to bring that temperature up. But so I don't have to bring it up much, but this rocket mass stove, hell, you can burn your household trash in it. Check these avocados out. How they're blooming. Yeah, they're just doing good. I'm going to move them over next to the house and let them grow up over the raceway. And then I'll have all these others to put. I'm going to try to do a tropical fruit area in this area. All right, that's the basic tour, and we'll talk to you later.